I guess I'd been working in the skills sector, so I'd worked in colleges, training providers, a couple of other businesses that were all about delivering government-funded education. And what I saw in the sector was really lots of people who were doing work that was pretty mediocre. Colleges, further education colleges are very large organizations set up by statute, and they deliver huge variations of training, so lots of different types of things, to large numbers of students, and I think that makes it very difficult for them to focus on and be good at doing one thing. So that was the first thing that I noticed. The second thing I noticed is that if there were private companies delivering apprenticeships, the people who were running those private companies had come from colleges, and I think really that their approach was quite similar. So what they were doing is delivering apprenticeships in business administration and customer service and health and social care and youth work and a million other frameworks, which meant again that they weren't very focused and specific about what they were trying to do. So my idea when I started the business was basically to start a apprenticeship provider that was intensely focused on delivering skills for the modern office workplace, and delivering that as a sort of really high quality program that was better than other things that were being delivered. I suppose, like every entrepreneur, I wrote a business plan. The more I think about it these days, the more I think that my business plan that I wrote back in 2010 was really an exercise in convincing myself that our business was a good idea. Actually, if I look at that business plan today and I still have it, it has absolutely no relevance to what we do. But of course, I had to write my business plan because I had to make a decision about whether I thought that this was a viable business to run. And then fortunately, because of my experience, I understood what I needed to do to generate my first bit of income. So I knew that I could get a group of apprentices onto an apprenticeship program, and if I got those apprentices into work, I would be able to draw down funding for them. And that basically meant I could build up my cost model because I understood what the income was going to be. So that's exactly what I did. I went out and found 10 employers, then I found 10 apprentices, and I helped those apprentices and employers match up with one another. And that meant that I was able to bring in some money and start the business. So our first group of apprentices started on the 22nd of August 2011. They were all girls, and they worked at a range of different companies, and that's how we got going. So we're now up to about 150 apprentices. I come from quite an entrepreneurial family. My dad has run a business for pretty much his entire life. So when I first started off, I really did look to him for lots of advice and support and help, guidance on how to make things happen. As we've grown though, I've been lucky enough to have the help of quite a few people who've been really interested in what we do. So I have a couple of different boards of directors for the different companies in our group, and those boards give me plenty of advice about the things that we should be doing relevant to the sector that we're working in, or sort of sensible business advice about how we might grow, issues or problems that we need to tackle. So yeah, I've had my advice from lots of different sources, and some personal mentors as well. I think 2016 is a year where businesses can afford to or can behave really differently to how they might have been able to 10 years ago, and I think the primary reason for that is technology. If I look at the business that we're running today, it is just so different to what we did 10 years ago in the sector. I think the way we're able to use technology makes us more efficient, it makes our products better, it makes what we deliver more exciting. And I think that's true for just about every business in the world, whether they're small or big. I think technology is transforming the way people communicate with each other, the way people sell things to each other, the way people interact with different products and different services. So we're just really excited about embracing the use of technology in our business. I think at the same time, one of the things we do as a business is we supply young people to other businesses, and young people are all about modern new technologies. So I think the other thing that I'm really excited about is helping other businesses through these talented, exciting, really forward-thinking young people, helping other businesses to access technology that they might not have used, which makes them better businesses as well. We're quite a recent client of KPMG's. We only joined them from the 1st of July 2015, so we've been with them for about 8 months now. The reason we did that was because really we'd grown from being a company started by me in my bedroom to having 30 employees, 2 offices, and all sorts of things going on. And the accountant that we had working for us was doing 2 days a week and was great, but didn't have the level of control that I needed him to have over what was happening with our finances. So my decision to move to KPMG was all about getting more data more quickly to do with the business's finances. And I think that is really what's happened over the past 6 months. It's been a bit of an uphill battle to get transferred across from our old accounting system onto the new one, but now that we've done it, I'm really, really thrilled with the amount of information I have. I get good advice from my accountant, that's obviously provided by KPMG. I have lots of really cool plugins and stuff that I can put into our finance system. That gives me some really good metrics and information that I can monitor. And I'm just really excited to have the majority of the stuff that I need at the touch of a button, and also to have some assurance that the work that's being done on my finances is being done by a really reputable firm that can't afford to make any mistakes.